And just find a seat or lie down, whatever way is going to support you in arriving where you are after this day. Maybe you're tired, you're already ready to lie down so you can just sleep through our practice, and that's okay. We're here to offer our bodies whatever our bodies need, right? And I'm so glad that you're all here. So find whatever shape is going to support you in coming to this moment, in this part of your day, letting everything go. You can have your hands down, or maybe they're in prayer. And let's just be with our natural breath. Maybe letting out a sigh. Just winding down. Maybe offering some neck rolls, or shoulder rolls, whatever is going to help you to settle into this practice of surrender. Notice how I said practice of surrender. We can always come back to that practice of trust and letting go. And maybe beginning to bring your thoughts, your awareness to something that you're grateful for. We just had our new moon on Tuesday, and so that energy is supportive of cultivating gratitude and reflecting on the areas of our life of abundance and blessings. So find that gratitude in your heart. And let's set an intention for this evening's practice to let that gratitude be our guide. That we're honoring that gratitude, whatever it is that we're grateful for, we're honoring that. And the energy of that gift flows through us. Next inhale, we'll inhale up to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's exhale out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Sigh for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring your awareness to your natural breath. And then let go of that awareness on the breath. And be basked in the energy of that gratitude. Maybe bring our hands to our heart center. Let's begin with the chanting of 3 ohms. So we'll inhale, and then we'll go right into our Om. So let's inhale. And now from here, let's come into our first shape. So let's roll over onto our backs. If you have your wall, the wall might be a really nice option for this, but one option is to lie down on your back. We'll start with our left knee bent, left leg bent, and our right ankle just on that top of that left thigh below that knee. And you can interlace the fingers and hug that thigh in. And then on here, maybe you feel it on the side of the leg, the side of that hip, that right hip. So try that. See if you feel it, the side of the hip, that outer hip. And if you feel it there, just go ahead and remain here. Remembering that we'll be in this supportive surrender for about 4 or 5 minutes. So if you don't feel it here, it's okay. And we might come over to a wall, and we'll put that left foot on the wall instead, and that right ankle below that left knee. You can move that left foot up and down the wall if you need to bring that right leg closer to the chest or further away. Wherever you find yourself, wherever you land, bring that energy inward. And allow that gratitude to fill your space. Let that right foot and the left foot be really floppy and lazy. We're not engaging our muscles here. We're stretching that fascia. Maybe a hand on the heart and a hand on the stomach. Feeling the connection between body and breath, the rise and fall of our hands as we breathe. Maybe closing the eyes. Slowing the breath. And just reminding yourself that there's nothing you need to do because the shape is working, the shape is doing the transformation. So our duty is to rest and surrender. We just rest and surrender. Knowing that you can always move and wiggle and change your position. Maybe going a little deeper or coming out of the shape. Filling our space with gratitude. Letting the energy of our gratefulness really sustain our breath and sustain our energy and our being tonight. Breathing into any of that discomfort. Just breathing a breath there. Now let's count down our breaths from 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly, maybe straightening out that left leg, bringing the right leg off the top of the left leg. And then we'll come into our rebound, so we'll send our legs long and our body flat on the floor. And when we do that, it undams that chi that we were blocking in the shape. Maybe bringing awareness to that right leg. And surrender here. Now let's offer a deep breath in. Then when you're ready, bending that right leg, you're welcome to stay on your back for the rest of the practice, for a few more minutes, however long. But when you're ready, bend that right leg. And then you can bring that left ankle just below that right knee. And you can come back into the same shape on that other side. You can always go to the wall if the wall feels better. And if you're not feeling it on that outer hip of the left side, or that outer part of the leg, that IT band, you can just maybe raise your hand or try a different shape altogether. Yeah, so maybe you can try with your right leg bent like this, and then try the left knee on top of that right ankle, and the left foot kind of in front of that knee, and you can lean forward. So it's not like we're sitting in our easy pose. The feet aren't stacked. That left foot is in front of that right knee. Left knee kind of on that right foot. Maybe moving the chest towards that right knee and seeing if you feel that on the left outer hip, if you do it that way. And if you don't feel it there, then you can find, do you feel it there? Yeah. So our sides aren't symmetrical and none of our bodies are the same. So find the shape that feels right for you. I did the hip on the other. That breath is that tool of support. The breath is our ally always, but especially in yin yoga when it starts to get that uncomfortable feeling. Sometimes we're able to be in the shape because we know the rebound is coming. And our breath is there to help us along the way. And sighing if you need to sigh. A longer exhale is always supportive. Notice anywhere where you might be tensing muscles and untense them. Now let's breathe in and out for 3, and 2, and 1. And then gently coming out of the pose in a way that makes sense for you, meeting in a rebound. So straightening those legs flat, resting the back on the ground. There's no rush. Just allow yourself to really relax. Maybe bring your awareness to that left leg this time. A couple more breaths here in our rebound. Bringing our attention to that gratitude, the energy surrounding the gratitude. One more breath in. And we'll exhale, roll over to one side. Making your way up to a seated position. We'll come into our caterpillar pose. You might notice that these are similar to the poses that we do in our vinyasa class, but we have a different name for them in yin yoga because we're relating to them differently. These are poses of surrender, not strength. So in caterpillar, our feet are out straight in front, our legs are out, feet are not flexed, the feet are relaxed. And then what we'll do is we're just gonna hinge it forward. Maybe we feel it in our hamstrings. You can just drop the head, relax the arms. Maybe you feel it in your low back. So either one of those places, it's kind of where we want to bring that awareness. And let the head be heavy. It's our body weight and gravity that are doing the work in yin yoga. That's why it's surrendering. We're surrendering to that and surrendering to the shape. The shape is here and it's working. You can let the head be heavy with the chin towards the chest. If you want to roll a blanket and put it underneath your knees, sometimes that will maybe change it a little bit to more of the hamstrings or the low back. You need to do that, you can do that. The feet can be as wide apart as you want to feel that low back or the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. And close the eyes. And soften your energy. Letting the elbows dangle. Letting the head be free. Feeling those shoulders kind of pulling on the back as the elbows pull on the shoulders. And if your mind wanders, maybe breathing in the sound of an Om and letting that vibration of Om fill the body. Maybe you allow the energy of that gratitude to fill your space. Any outside sounds, any outside action just brings us closer inward. So take the energy you hear around you and draw it in and feed yourself this transformation to positive energy to give to yourself. Inward, inward, inward in our yin yoga poses. Maybe the next round of breath, just imagine breathing in through the soles of your feet, up the backs of the legs, up the back, and exhale out the palms. And maybe again, breathing in through the soles of the feet, feeling the energy of the breath in the backs of the legs, cross the back, out the palm. Inhale, up the backs of the legs, through the soles. And just feel that flow of breath like a cycle, out the palms and the soles. Out the palms in the soles. And do that for 3, 2, 1. And then slowly just rolling back up. And maybe you roll over to your side and come down to your rebound. And really, really savor the rebound here. I liken the rebound to shaking up a snow globe. And that glitter and snow all floats up, and then it slowly settles. So we're shaking up the snow globe here, and the chi is settling in our body to flow freely. Now a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Maybe rock side to side. Massage a low back for just a moment. And then we have an option. You can cross the left leg over the right. And then we're going to drop our legs over to the left. And this is going to be another target area for that outer right hip. A little bit of maybe the glutes and a little low back. If it doesn't feel good to cross the legs into twist, then just bring the knees together and go over to the side. But if you can twist, it's that crossing that kind of gives a little bit more gravity. So we're using that gravity to support us in a little spinal twist, a little opening on that right outer hip. And if you don't feel anything there, in that twist to the side, and raise your hand. Allow that gratitude to fill your space. All of these shapes that are targeting the outer hip, that supports our gallbladder meridian. And that gallbladder is really supportive in making decisions. Can carry out our wishes and desires. So maybe you might have some mental clarity in some of these shapes. Or you might feel, if you are being indecisive, you might feel a little bit more grounded. Or if you're feeling impulsive, noticing some impulsiveness, you might feel a little bit more steadiness. Again, just allowing the energy to do its thing. All we have to do is surrender. Let's count it down from 3. And 2. And 1. And then maybe with the eyes closed, but with awareness, bring everything back to the middle. Now uncross the legs, hug them into the chest for just a couple moments. And then cross that right leg over the top. And then when you're ready, go over to the other side. So we're going to really earn our rebound here as we go to both sides first before we find some rest. Maybe you don't notice it on this outer hip as much on this side. So always the option to come up, and you can extend the right leg out and bring the left leg on top, stacking the knees and maybe hinging forward. Otherwise, those legs are crossed and over on the side. Maybe inviting in some steadiness in that middle ground, from that impulsiveness or that indecisiveness, letting that gallbladder meridian's energy support us in our decisions. In our convictions. And one more breath in. And then we'll let out a sigh. And then we'll count it down from 3. And 2. And then 1. And slowly, slowly, slowly coming into your rebound. So legs are long. Arms at the side, if that's comfortable. Maybe noticing the side body, sides of the hips. The backs of the knees. Now we'll breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. And then remaining on your back, maybe bring your hips over to the right side of the mat, your whole body actually over to that right side. Our hips are going to stay on the right side, and we're going to move our feet, our heels, our feet towards the left corner. And we'll inhale to bring our arms up, then bring the arms and the wrists over towards that left top corner. So we look like a little banana lying here on the ground. Maybe the left hand grabs the right wrist. You can bring the right foot across the left foot. A little bit of lateral bend here on the spine. Opening on the side body, maybe feeling it. Side of the hip, the side of the torso, the armpits, the arms, side of the leg. Our heart and lung meridians in the arms. Reaching and being filled with vibrancy and healing. Freeing us of any grief that might be ready to be released. Freeing us of any worry. As that energy of gratitude fills our space. Blesses us with our awareness on that gratitude. Soften your face. Let the eyes fall back in the head. And soften your heart. Thanking your heart for all it does all day. The transformation that comes from Yin Yoga, it comes from patience. Patience in the shape. It comes from surrender. It comes slowly. Now let's count down from 3 and 2 and then 1. And then peel that right foot off the top of the left if you had it stacked. Bring it back kind of towards the middle. Peel the arms back straight. Lower them down to the side. And in your rebound, bringing some awareness to the outside of the shoulders, the side body, the back. Maybe the palms of the hands and the wrists are also kind of sparkling with that chi. And you're welcome to stay right here where you are, kind of in a perpetual rebound until the rest of class. If you want to bring everything kind of over to the left and come into the banana on the other side, then bring everything to the left. And then bring those heels and the feet to the right. The left can cross over the right. Inhale to reach the arms overhead and then come over to that right side. Grabbing the left wrist with the right arm, if that feels okay. Maybe offering yourself a couple of sighs to signal the beginning of the surrender on this side of the body. And then maybe breathing in through the soles of the feet, up the side, that left side, out the palms. And in the soles, out the palm. In the sole, out the palm. And switch directions in the palms. Whatever will support you in being present. Giving a breath to the side body to encourage that fascia to loosen, and inviting every cell in the body to move and operate with a little more ease. And slowly, on your own pace, count it down from 3 and find your rebound that just flows into our Shavasana. Maybe covering up with a blanket at any point in our practice, but maybe now for Shavasana. Noticing the body, the chi in the body. Relaxing the lower jaw. Relaxing the space between the hips. Relaxing the soles of the feet, the toes. Relax the calves, the backs of the knees, the tops of the legs. Relax the entire outer part of the leg. Relax the low back. Relax the chest, the backs of the shoulders. Relax the palms and the fingers. Moving awareness from the fingers to the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Then the cheeks. Relax the inner ears. The throat, the sides of the neck and the back of the neck. Relax the eyebrows. Relax the corners of the mouth. And relax your head. Relax. Relax. maybe begin to count down from 5 to 0 without rush. You get to 0, maybe wiggle the fingers. You let out a sigh. Wiggle the toes and point the toes. You're welcome to stay on your back to close clasp. But if you'd like to come up to a seat and close for just a moment in a seated silence, and you're welcome to. You can place one hand over the heart and then a hand over the hand. The next couple of breaths, fill your heart with that gratitude. And let the energy that surrounds whatever you're grateful for to fill you and fill the space around you. And we'll close the class with our own shanthi. So let's breathe in, and exhale. Om Shanti. 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 Om Peace.